Good evening. Welcome to TV 99. Dick Herman here. Gino Gang on camera. Chris Perry joining me to call today's game as the girls get ready to do battle. I'd like to mention all our fine sponsors will bring you the wheel of spring season. Axe Screen and Window Repair, Brock Insurance, Condon and Coleman Insurance, Cowboys Meat Market and Deli, David Goodman Tiling, Don Allen Auto Center, Downey Flake Restaurant, Fairgrounds Restaurant, Harborview Oil Corporation, Hingham Savings Bank, Comfrey Electric, The Inquirer and Mirror, Islands Carpets, Island Lumber, Island Pharmacy, Island Variety, Joropaki CPA, Cam Appliance, Killen Real Estate, Lindsay Incorporated, Matica Marine, Martin Bork Painting, Nantucket Airlines, the Nantucket Booster Club, the Nantucket Civic League, the Nantucket Electric Company, Santa's Rubbish Removal, the Sea Grill, Stova Engineering, TA Nelson Construction, Nantucket Glass and Mirror, and Pete's Fresh Fish Prints. I got to pause to say that one. You can't say that one fast five times.
No, you cannot.
And Chris, how you doing today, buddy?
Good afternoon, Dick. I'm doing very well, and I'm excited because I see some baseball action on the field above. I see the girls here, standing room only crowd is actually half decent here. Allie down front with her team coming in with a record of 2-5, but those 5 losses all pretty close, and we'll talk a little bit about Falmouth later on. But I think what we have here today are 2 very evenly matched teams. Falmouth with a 3-2-1 record, but competition pretty similar to what Nantucket's faced so far.
Yeah, the girls could use a victory today. Your victory today, gets them back into a possible playoff hunt down the road. Playing close games, as you said, you turn a couple of them the other way, and you're back to 500.
We also have 2 male officials. I haven't seen that once at least on Nantucket for the women, so it's good to see the guys out there hustling around trying to get a grasp on the women's rules. You and I have been doing these games for a good 10, 12 years, and we still don't know what the heck is going on out there. And I ref it every once in a while. So the Whalers coming in, as I said, with a 2-5 record with wins over Sturgis and Pope John Paul. Some close losses to BR, Cape Cod Academy, Barnstable, New Bedford, and Martha's Vineyard. So Allie, pretty happy with the tone so far. Olivia doing a nice job on the offense, probably leading the team. But interestingly enough, for Cape Cod Academy, their best player is actually an 8th grader, since they are in the Southeastern New England Prep League. An 8th grader can play, and it's number 7, Jane Early. So keep an eye on her. Leading scorer, you can see her right out there with a little blonde ponytail. Got 12 goals in the year, and the leading scorer is an 8th grader, so expect to see her for a few more years out here on the field.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Not only playing, but leading the team in scoring.
Good, a nice save in there. We have a bit of a change. Maya Kodalek started the game today in the goal. So a couple saves in there by Maya Kodalek. Not easy to break, sort of pick up a new position sort of halfway through the year, but a nice job. Whalers on offense, Lizzie Thayer looking for an open player up to midfield. Late call, a bit of a headshot. Megan Fales, one of the stronger players on the team, came up through the middle school program. Number 3 for Nantucket, Samantha Freed, dishing it outside to Superstar. Olivia got all the moves. She just needs to get a shot on that. Just needs to work on that offhand. I say that over and over, but all these players need to work on their offhand, both male and female. But Olivia with the shot. It's also the first time I've seen short sleeves without sort of Under Armour on all over the place. So it's a balmy 50-ish degrees here, Dick.
It doesn't feel 50-ish. Going back to Maya Kolak, though, you mentioned her. She's a senior also.
No goal, waved off. Oh, going the other way. We just were complimenting the fact that we got a couple of guys running around. That official, I did have a chance to meet him quickly. Dave Cinderella from Mansfield made the trip over along with Jason.
Oh, she gets it anyway. So Olivia comes back and scores it
nice
anyway.
Nice job,
so
Olivia.
Olivia, as you said, leading the Whalers in scoring, notches another one there. And Olivia is the strong suit here. That goal brought to us by Don Allen Auto Service. New and used vehicles on sale at Don Allen. Check them out. 3 reasons: 0% for 60 months, or $3,000 cash back on a 2014 Ford Focus, or $2,000 cash on a Ford Fusion, or $2,000 and 0 for 60 months on a 2000 Ford Escape. Check out Don Allen Auto Service.
Well, the good thing is that Olivia's facing off. That's a bit of a change. The disappointing thing is I'm a little disappointed in her selection of socks today. Normally they're a sort of a fluorescent color with a variety of neon stripes, going with a kind of a toned down black and green
Yeah,
on one side.
She's got a little neon on one of them, but
Yeah.
the other one is really toned down, yeah.
Good move by the coaching staff, have Olivia facing off. Not only is she facing up, but getting the ground balls. Switching to her left hand, nicely done. Over to her right, again, using that offhand a little bit. It's good to see. Freed with the ball, moving right to left. Shot, hit the
post.
pipe. Goalie's best friend, and that was rattled solidly off the pipe. Good look inside. Shot, oh, nice save just off their left boot. Freed with the rebound, comes around. Good save in there.
Goalie is hot down there.
And a couple of nice looks inside, Dick. If you notice, it's good to see goals with assists as opposed to individual efforts. And there was a couple of nice feeds in sight. Freed with the shot off the post. A follow-up shot with a nice save. Whalers up 1-0. Leading scorer for Falmouth with the ball, 8th grader, dishing it off. Moving left to right on your radio dial, number 15 for the visiting Falmouth Academy team. That is Tori Avis, very good defensive player, a junior. Nantucket with the ball out front.
This game being played Saturday morning. As Chris said, it was also a baseball game that's due to start up there in about 20 minutes from now, 11:30-ish.
Is it the same school?
Let me look at my schedule here, and I can tell you.
I heard it was Mashpee. That's not the same.
No, it's not the same school, no.
Good look inside, Freed, all right-handed. Always goes right to left if you notice. Ground ball out front for the Whalers.
Oh, another one that skimmed by the post here. The goalie chases it down herself.
Good ground ball in there by Tia. Scrapping away. Ball's going to Falmouth Academy. Good scrapping there by Nantucket. 2 girls in there scrapping with the goalie. Good hustling there by Tia. Not only got in front of the goalie, but hustling back on defense. Forced her to her offside. Good job. You can see the improvement in the last couple of weeks. When the Maya Kolak made the save, they made 2 or 3 passes to get the ball up on offense, as opposed to just having one person run it up. So some obvious improvements here, Dick, in the first few minutes of the game. 19:30 left to go. The Whalers up 1-0.
That's good, though, because it's the basic things in a sport like this that help you to get better, and they're doing some of the basics right now.
Can't fall asleep on defense. Keep an eye on number 7. She's coming across, switch to her left. Good job on defense. Number 33, well down, picked up that player for them. I think that's Hannah Kelsey from a distance.
That would have been a good. If she had caught that, that would have been amazing.
Good help defense in there. Free getting called for the face guarding, I think.
This hurts, though, here. Now, Kodolak's really left all alone here. Her first big save has to come now.
She's going to come up with the save, Dick. See that?
She did.
She's coming up.
Wow.
She looks like a goalie. Good outlet pass. Go to the ball. Don't wait for the ball to come to you. There's a good example. If she had just taken a couple of steps, she would have got the loose ball. Isabel Day. Pass up smartly right there in front of us. Colpitts with the ball, showing some jets. Wide open. Good look. Bad pass. Nicely caught. Cutting to the front. One more shot. Well done.
Oh, that's set up
Textbook.
nicely.
4 good passes, Dick. I think we should rattle off 4 quick sponsors on those fine passes. That goal brought to us by the following 4 sponsors.
Albert G. Brock wants to wish each and every student the best school year. Brock Insurance is here to provide you all your insurance needs. Give them a call, 228-0104. We've got you covered in town and out of town. Nantucket Iowa Pharmacies in town, 45 Main Street, out of town, 122 Pleasant Street. Both pharmacies offer you prescriptions, nutritions, beauty products, health aid, qualified and knowledgeable staffs. Island Variety, Easter's right here, right around the corner. Get your gifts, candy, and cards at Island Variety. Remember, after Easter, candy's usually half price, right? That's a good deal. Get that half price candy on
It's
Easter
a good
Monday.
deal because then we go see your wife at the dentist.
Oh, yeah, all the candy is brought to you by all the dentists on the island.
Well, we got 3 out of 4 in there. Tia with the ball. I like the coaching move, putting Livy on the face-off, because she's aggressive enough not only to at least battle at a 50-50 stalemate, but hopefully push the ball forward and get it. And with the rules changes where they only have 3 players from each team scrapping for the ball, that makes her aggressive style even more of an asset. So good move by the coaching staff, moving Olivia up the face-off. Whalers dominating so far with the ball behind, up 2-zip, 17.5 left to go in the game. Freed with the ball. Again, constantly moving left around to her right. She's got to develop that other hand. Ground ball Slade, that's automatic. Ball out front. Beautiful day here, coach. Little head fake. Jukin left, Jukin right, shot, saved by the goalie. Slade following it up. Got to hustle back on defense. Whalers scooting back. Notice the difference. Falmouth Academy carrying the ball, 1 player the length of the field. The Whalers passing it out when they get it. Slade getting called for the infraction.
If you sort of have a superstar that or one against everybody offense, sometimes is effective. But right now, Nantucket's defending it very well.
Yeah, good body positioning in there on defense, which is the name of the game in women's lacrosse. You have to have good body positioning. You can see an example of that by number 18, Lauren Brissett. It's all body position in women's lacrosse. Lauren Brissett, who I believe is only a sophomore, as I recall, might even be a freshman.
Oh, there she is.
Good shot, number 7. There she goes, off and running, 8th grader.
Nobody helped out.
That's her first goal of the game, Dick, and unfortunately we got to mention a sponsor, not because we don't want to hear about our sponsors, but it's on behalf of Falmouth Academy, 2-1.
That goal brought to you by Nantucket Airlines. If you're heading over to Falmouth Academy, jump on Nantucket Airlines. Call now for reservations, 228-6234. She faked right and then came back left with a nice strong shot, so you can see why she's the leading goal scorer. She can go both ways.
Yep. Here's another thing I like about Allie this year. If you notice, she's subbing, pretty frequently. Number 31 for Nantucket, Emily Balling, coming into the game. And I don't know if we saw a lot of that last year, but this gives these girls, especially in Emily's case as a freshman, gives them good game experience. It's only halfway through the first half, and she's already into the game as a freshman. So that's fresh legs and good experience out there for the Whalers. Olivia taking the ball left-handed, dishing off to Freed, who's going to cut to the middle and crank it. Good save.
Big save there.
Just get it a little bit lower. Yeah, just stuck it right in her, basically right in her stick. Slade all over the field. Tia, good effort, but got called for just a slight push in there. That delay in action, Dick, is brought to us by?
Brought to us by Fairgrounds. Check out the Fairgrounds this week for all your Red Sox, Bruins actions. Tough night last night for the locals. And Marathon Monday coming up.
I'm heading up there tomorrow, in fact. My daughter's running and my son-in-law is running, and we camp out at the halfway mark in Wellesley Hills at my college roommate who lives right on the road, right on the sort of the route of the marathon. Great spot.
I got a picture here of the 1912 starting marathon, and
Are you in it?
there I am. You see the arrow? See the arrow? The arrow's pointing to me. That's me right there.
Okay, wait a minute. We've got a potential. Hang on for 1 second.
Ball's behind. Oh, good save. Wow. Kodalak showing some skills in there.
Show it to us now. Which one are you now? Wait.
See the arrow pointing there? The little arrow. Far right center.
Unbelievable.
Far right center. 1912.
What?
I didn't finish it. I only did about 22 miles, and then I had to drop out.
Okay. 1912, huh?
1912.
Well, that would explain a lot.
Number 7 for Falmouth Academy, who had the earlier goal, their best player in the 8th grader. A lot like basketball, she brings the ball to the goal, like in basketball, taking the ball to the hoop, and she draws attention, draws fouls. In basketball, you get to the line. In this case, you get the free shot, and that's 2 or 3 times that she's done it. shot low. Now that's well-placed shot. 8th grader, second goal of the game, Jane Early, and we were expecting a tight game. And sure enough, here it is, 2-2 Dick with about 13 minutes to go, and that goal brought to us by.
And speaking of the marathon, we want to wish our best to the 3 Seagrill people there, Robin and the 2 daughters, Karen and Adrian. Seagrill, proud sponsor. All the locals go for great fish and excellent seafood, but Robin and her daughters running the marathon, and they big fundraising for the Spalding Rehab Center and so forth.
She's running with a stress fracture in her pelvis that I've been told Dr. Lepre is going to make sure she's taken care of before the race starts. I'm not exactly sure what that means,
I know what it means.
She's been training for months and she's got a stress fracture.
If I know Dr. Lepre.
And Dr. Lepre be running what is about his 40th in a row.
I think he was with you in the 1912
He was there,
one.
yeah. He did finish the 1912.
He did a couple of those marathons, whether you run 100 miles. I don't even know exactly.
Yeah, look at this. They have got to get that girl. They can't leave her alone.
Yeah, 7 is taking this game into her own hands.
There she is again.
That's what I mean. Double teamer.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a substitution here. Allie going to the bench, sending in Shay Alverson, taking Katie Mack out, and you just heard her play some tight D. I had Shay when I was coaching the middle school. Good player, coming up through the middle school ranks.
What is the score anyway? Because that's
That's 3-2 Falmouth.
3-2.
And again, as I said, these teams are pretty evenly matched. You know, Nantucket lost to Cape Cod Academy. Falmouth lost 15-10. So, you know, they're pretty evenly matched. Nice coaching staff. Head coach is a young lady by the name of Sarah Knowles. It's her first year as the varsity coach. She played at Smith College while she was in college. The assistant coach is a gentleman by the name of Doug Jones. It's his first year. His daughter went to Mount Holyoke, who won, I think, some type of ECAC championship last year. He's helping out. He's the head of the math department at Falmouth, so they're probably good student athletes. Little momentum change in the last 4 or 5 minutes.
It did, yeah. Nantucket was looking good there for a while. They had the 2-0 lead. They had hit the posts. They had a couple of point-blank shots.
Yeah, Samantha Free
they
got
wish they could
stoned.
retake them, you know.
Yeah, she
and
got
then
stoned
all
right
of a
off.
sudden, the gal you mentioned, an 8th grader, is just taking this game over.
When you have a player like that, a one-player dominant, you just have to play almost like you call a box and one, where you take one player for a period of 8 or 10 minutes and just have him shadow or have her shadow that number 7 wherever she goes, and every time she gets the ball, you're right in her hip pocket, whether you're accidentally bumping her or forcing her to her offhand, and then when that person gets tired, you put somebody else in and just play a box and one. Shoot it.
Yes.
Oh, no.
They're calling it off. Second goal that's
Second
called
time
off.
that's been called up. Yeah, and it's the women's game, they blow the whistle dead as opposed to allowing in the men's game the play to continue.
I mean, they're going to give her an open shot here, but still, the continuation play should be she scored the goal, it should count. Now they make her earn it a second time here. Let's hope she can get it the second time. Now
Good
she doesn't.
save.
See?
Now the goalie today, who is Lily Patterson, I think she's a senior. If I'm correct, she's heading to Fordham University. I believe her dad is here.
There's a couple of parents down here snapping away with photos and.
Yeah, I got to double check that, but I believe I want to check that that her dad is here. Some substitutions. Looks like it's getting ready for Falmouth to come in. It's going to be a barn burner right down to the end. Close game. You know, their goalie's made 3 or 4 nice saves, including a pipe shot. Oh, somebody fell asleep there on D.
Oh, she's got it. Ooh.
Good save.
Saved it. Well, Nantucket can't let this get away from them. They got to keep it close. They got to keep it a 1-goal game if they want to hang with them.
Francis Stedman there. Got to get a little tighter on defense on that player coming in. You can hear Allie yelling, tight D, tight D. Shadow number 7. There she is up front. She's sort of trailing just a face dodge and walked right in.
My goodness.
Can you catch a number on that?
22?
22 at the goal. 22 is Charlotte Van Voorst. Charlotte Van Voorst, I apologize if I'm butchering your last name, but that's her first goal of the afternoon, 4-2 Falmouth, Dick, and we're going to have to pull in a sponsor here to tell us about that goal.
Manica Marine, full service marine, over 40 years of service. Get your boat serviced and ready for the water. Give Manica Marine a call, 20 North Cambridge Street. Gino, I'm going to read a name here which is going to send shudders to somebody down the way in the booth down there.
Uh-oh.
Larry Flannery.
I know Larry Flannery. Uh-oh.
I bumped into Larry Flannery. Larry Flannery gave me a lot of Chris Perry stories, but
Can we share it?
we can't share them. I said, Larry, this is a family TV show
my
that me and Chris
God.
do together, and I said I can't repeat that on the air.
Oh my, he's got, I'll
Chris
admit,
has kids. Chris has great. I can't repeat them.
he's got some dirt.
Larry Flannery has a lot of dirt.
A lot of dirt.
So I'm going to give you Larry's number, Gino. If you want to call him and get him for an interview.
Did he ever
it's
mention?
up to you if you can.
I want to talk to
You
Larry
want
Flannery.
you want to talk to Larry Flannery?
Did he ever mention the Norumbega up in Maine? Well, that's good.
I forget where I bumped into him, Chris, but all of a sudden, I said, oh yeah, I do some TV. Oh, I know a guy who does TV stuff, and your name come up, and I said, oh, Chris Perry. He's, oh, Chris
Oh,
Perry.
terrible pass by Lizzie Thayer. That's great. Well, let's change the subject.
See, I told you, Gino,
My
this would
God.
bring shutters to the booth when
Yeah.
I brought that name
Dick
up.
has some ammo now. Dick has ammo. I can feel it.
He's got more
is
than
gonna
ammo.
Be,
He's got a
Chris is gonna be nice to
B-52.
me. Chris is going to be nice to me for the rest of the afternoon.
Yeah, Larry and his wife Karen have a nice house out in Matticat, and they're from Plano, Texas.
Oh.
They own a nice travel business, and I've had the pleasure, along with my wife, to do some great trips in our days with them.
Where would I have bumped into him this summer? I forget now, somewhere. This past summer it was. And I said, oh, I won't see Kristen until next spring.
Good,
I wrote
good.
it down.
Oh, you had
And I flipped my calendar over, and here's the piece of paper. I just stuck it in the
Thanks.
calendar for the middle of April, and ever I saw it this morning, Larry Flannery, so I brought it with me.
Oh yeah, good old Larry. Well, let me tell you, when I see him, it's going to be bad old Larry. Whalers dodge a bit of a bullet there. 9 minutes to go. 4-2 Falmouth. Sort of had a nice strong start. Jumped out 2-zip. Had a couple of point blank shots, as Dick was pointing out. Hit the post by Sam. And then all of a sudden, Falmouth sort of righted their ship, got their sea legs, turned the ball over to number 7, their 8th grade sensation, Jane Early, and she's cranked in 3. 4-2 Falmouth. Whalers
Whalers need a goal here. Get the momentum back.
short side.
There it is,
There it is.
Olivia.
When in doubt, give the ball to Olivia Slade. That is her second of the afternoon, along with Michelle Colpitz, who has one. And the third.
That sort of looks so easy. You wonder why they don't set that up more, you know? Because
Giving her a little bit of a
Olivia
breather.
got that move, and she moved right in there nicely. That was a big goal. The Whalers needed that. Falmouth had scored 4 straight goals there.
I think I heard timeout Falmouth. So while we got a break in the action here, Dick, how about a couple of fine sponsors? And then we'll
Break.
talk about some of the dirt I have on you.
Anything comes out of your mouth, I'm going to start with story number 1. Larry, he gave me
Norumbega.
Larry gave me a top 10 list.
Ask him about what happens in Rome and Florence stays in Rome and Florence.
Portions of today's game brought to us by Cowboys. They'll be opening up Cowboys Meat Market and Deli, Nantucket's best deli. Joe Rapacki, tax season is over. If you forgot that last week was April 15th, you better give Joe a call. Small firm, big difference, helping self-employed people on Nantucket with their taxes for over 15 years. 228-9090. And Santa's rubbish removal. We clean up the island, go Santos. I saw Billy Santos the other day. He always wants to talk Whaler sports.
Can you scan
When I
down
bum
to
in
the Whaler huddle, Gino?
What's that?
Can you one of the things I've noticed, notice Allie, very calm. She's not screaming, yelling, but she has the full attention of the team. The girls are right in there with her. They're participating in the conversation, offering some hints at what they see from the field itself. That's a coach that's got control of a team, along with her assistant coach, Dominica. Despite the fact they're 2-5, it's a positive sign, I think. They really have shown some improvement since we had them on TV last. The switch having maybe a little bit of a box and one and number 7. We'll see how that works as we move forward. So far so good, Dick. You know, some good coaching. What you'd like to see, you want to see coaching changes throughout the game, make the necessary changes so you remain competitive, whether it's at halftime or throughout the game. And Gino, now you get a nice picture of the dirt in front of the field house.
Took a break for a second. Yeah.
Looks like you're working on a Cumbies iced coffee over there.
Need a break. All you can take it. Boy, that's a long time out.
I'm seeing the ball way in the deep outfield. I think whoever their Whalers, I think, just gave up a double. First and
Looks like first and third. They just got a break though. Mashpee had a guy on second who tried to go to third on a ground
Yeah,
ball,
I was watching that,
and he got thrown out. So that saved Nantucket a run. Now
Yeah.
this guy singles and gets it back to first and third, but Mashpee
Can you
took
see who's
himself out of a
throwing?
run by running into an out at third base. Not a smart thing to do in baseball.
That was a long time out. You should have been able to get just about every single fine sponsor.
It's the officials in the field should, you know. My pet peeve is
I know what it-
baseball officials. You know, watching some of those games the Red Sox played with Chicago this week. Yeah,
Boys
the pitching
lacrosse-
coach is out there. The people in the stands are chattering cold, and the pitching coach is out there talking to the pitcher. What's he saying? Get the ball over the plate. You know, keep it high. What do you say to your pitcher when you're in the major leagues?
Well, if you're watching the movie Major League, you talk about candlesticks and the bachelor party. So facing off, the official handling the face-off is Jason Gaff from Bridgewater. It's his first time over to Nantucket. Notice he's got a pink whistle. I asked him if it was for anything specific, like a fundraiser or
it's going to be
breast cancer or something, and he said no.
It's going to be his last time if he doesn't speed up those timeouts.
But you know how I know he's not destined for many trips over here? Now, it's a glorious day. He said that the flight was a little bumpy coming over. And I said, hey, pal, if you think today's flight was bumpy, you're not going to be making it over here very often. I'll show you bumpy. So it's his first trip over from Bridgewater. The other official, also a 5-year veteran, Dave Centrella, who's vacationed here from Mansfield. So a bit of a ride down to the to Hyannis.
That is a little bit out of the realm of a short trip.
And they flew over, so obviously Chris Morey must be feeling loaded having the officials fly over. Maybe they won't, a lot of officials won't even come over unless they're flown over because they don't want to waste time on the boat, even though it's only an hour's trip. Shot left side, stick side, good shot in there. Number 4, making it 5-3, and that goal was scored by number 4, Christy Brake. Dick, a fine sponsor.
The Inquirer Mirror, Nantucket's newspaper since 1821. For Nantucket's news, information, and sports, you can read about this game, the baseball game, softball's undefeated, boys lacrosse making a push for the tournament, all nice action along with the sailing in the Inquirer Mirror on the Newsman's Thursday morning. The Inquirer and Mirror covers it all.
A little bit of a change with Olivia taking a break, facing off for Nantucket. I can't catch her number, but once she turns, we'll see how we're doing on the face-off. Olivia was pretty much dominating up until now. Not on the field. Number 3, Samantha Freed. Notice when Olivia, the ball was going forward to the offensive half the field, with Sam facing off, ball going the wrong direction in the defensive half of the field. And now number 7 for Falmouth, Jane Early, who has got 3 goals so far. I'd like to see Olivia back in the game and starting to control those face-offs again. We'll see if the coaching staff is going to make that change. Shot, just got a piece of it. Maya Kodalak in the game as goalie for the first half, first time in. Doing a nice job. Maya, senior. Should be Nantucket's ball, and it is. You can hear the coaching staff down front. Bad, just telegraphed the pass.
Yeah, that's not a good area to pass the ball. You
A
should
little bit of
run it out of
inexperience.
it. You got to run it out a little bit.
Some inexperience. Yeah, it turned into a goal, you know, and for Falmouth, they wasted no time getting the loose ball and taking it right to the cooker for the goal.
Yeah, I mean that was, you know, you like to say that's a rookie mistake, and that's sort of what it was.
Yep, inexperience as a freshman.
You got to run that ball out of there. You don't want to pass it from behind your net to a teammate standing there because only bad things can happen, and we saw it
They
there.
give 4-year scholarships to girls for lacrosse?
Absolutely. In college?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This
Absolutely.
Goes on the way, isn't she?
Well, the coach, I think Allie was trying to steal a few minutes of rest for Olivia, who's been all over the field,
No,
but
I'm
it caught.
talking about their kids.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just from a coaching standpoint. She's
Wow.
back in the field. Well, let's see which direction this ball goes on the face-off.
Well, number 7, Gino, number 7's probably got a 4-year scholarship to Falmouth Academy.
Yeah.
Let alone college.
Oh, wow.
See the difference in that face-off with her facing off. The ball's going on the offensive half of the field. Now, obviously, you'd like to
Private
control
high
it.
schools, Gino, can do the same
They
as college.
can. I
They
did
can.
not know that.
Yes, parochials. That's
Wow.
why Pope John is going to be a humongous
So you mean
sports team.
I could get Harry a private school education on his baseball?
You could.
Absolutely. Financial aid.
It's a good start.
That's why the Catholic schools, especially in hockey, the Catholic schools got so strong in hockey up in the Boston area that they have their own tournament. You know, the Catholic schools, they play a Super 8 tournament, which is basically 7 or 8 Catholic high schools playing against each other. And
Well,
then
good.
the rest of the state plays Division 1 because the Catholics just dominated so
Well, a good
much.
example would be one that hits home for Nantucket and for Tabor is Jillian Fye, who's an 8th grader who was heavily recruited into the prep school ranks by a number of schools, not only for her hockey but lacrosse, and is getting some aid and is off to Tabor next year. A really good score for Tabor. A number of schools were after her, and you know she's only in 8th grade.
And what's her last name?
You know, Jackie Fye's daughter.
Jackie Firestone. Okay.
Oh, nice block. Oh!
She's an ice skater too, right?
Yeah,
okay.
excellent hockey player.
All right, I did bump into her in the airport. Yeah, maybe last year when she must have been a 7th grader. So she's going to be recruited and not go to high school here on Nantucket.
She's going to Tabor next year. And but Tabor was one of a number of schools, and I had talked to the coaching staff at Tabor and others, and to her mom, and there were a number of prep schools that were watching her games off island and actively recruiting her. And this is what's happened, especially in some of the women's sport, men too, but some of the trendier sports like women's hockey and lacrosse.
That's a nice move there.
Very good
Oh, another
move.
save.
Yeah,
Tabor has a good Nantucket connection.
It had a great Nantucket. When I was in school there was about, just wide. There was about
wide.
10 kids from Nantucket there. Billy Congdon, Charlie Fisher.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're all in the same class. The Gilbert boy, Bennett was there. Matt Fee was my roommate in school. Save. And then it kind of waned, and then it's come back. You know, Ramos graduated about a year or two ago. My daughter's there now, and there's a few other kids that have applied. It's a natural connection. And unfortunately for Nantucket, you know, you take a couple of kids out of the system and put them off island, whether it's at Tabor or any other school.
It hurts.
You know, it hurts in the music department. It hurts academically. It hurts athletically, and it's the sword cuts both ways, unfortunately. Back to the game here, 6-3. Whalers trailing by 3. So far for Falmouth, it's been the Jane Early show, who's got 4 goals, bringing her season total up to 16 for the year. Now,
Oh my gosh.
she went up top with that. Again, her 5th goal.
What a player.
Island Lumber, go Whalers, rain or shine, Island Lumber is always on time. Harbor Fuel Oil Corporation, over 35 years of dependable service. Peace of mind, Harbor Fuel. Residential fuels, fuel delivery, 228-2411. You mentioned Charlie Fisher, good old Charlie Fisher at Island Lumber.
Good man.
And you mentioned
We can
Congdon and Coleman Insurance, specializing in personal and commercial lines of insurance, auto, home, marine business. Established 1931, Congdon Coleman down at 57 Main Street.
Then you can go right into Hingham Savings Bank. That'd be Sarah Congdon.
Sarah's at
I
Hingham
think they're a
Savings
fine
Bank.
sponsor, aren't they?
Certainly are.
And they ran out of toasters, by the way.
I,
Any people that went down looking for one, they ran out of them.
I met with Sarah earlier today. She says they're not going to do toasters on Monday. They're going to have a surprise.
Oh,
go down.
really? You did see her?
I see her just about every day.
So you mentioned it to her?
Of course I did. I went in to get my toaster, and she said, we ran out. We're going to do little toaster ovens.
Toaster.
But you know what I noticed here? The
Of course
coaching
they're going to do those.
the coaching staff for Falmouth, they got some experience behind him. The assistant coach, his daughter played all through high school and college and was on a championship caliber team. That was Doug Jones, who's the assistant. The varsity coach, Sarah Knowles, was down front. She played all through high school at Rhode Island and then Smith College. So it's not like they haven't seen or got behind in a game and sort of played their way out. So an experienced coaching staff could play a factor in this game. Whalers jumped out 2-zip, had the momentum.
Ooh, look at that.
Falmouth then took control of the game, now up 6-3, 7-3.
Wide open.
2 minutes to go. Now that's
Nice catch.
Yeah, great catch. Take it to the goal. Look for Tia. Shot, good save. Whalers almost look a little sort of like the goalie makes a save and they're a little disappointed in the fact they can't sort of.
Yeah, and I
Get the
think she
rebound.
took that shot too early there. I think she could have taken a couple more steps and got right in front of the goal, and then she had more options.
Look to help. Oh, she's wide open. Oh, Olivia, goal. That was a good cut. It wasn't Olivia. I thought it was initially. That was a fine cut in there. She dropped the pass originally. I think that's Lauren Brissett.
Brissett,
No, it's
number
not.
18, yeah.
Or is it 6'12"? Is it Frances Stedman? Yeah, I think it's Frances Stedman that came all the way up from the defensive half of the field and scored that goal. We're going to give it to Frances because it was a good effort. I'm pretty sure it was.
You can yell down to the coach, Irene and Nat here. That goal brought to us by the Seagrill, Nantucket's distinctive seafood restaurants for all season. The freshest seafood prepared your way at the Seafood, serving lunch Monday to Saturday. Bar menu available 2 to 9. Check out the Seagrill, 45 Sparks Ave. Reservations 325-5700.
7-4, minute and a half to go. Huge goal. If we can keep it this way or improve it. Again, the ball's on the offensive half of the field. And I would stick with Olivia facing off for the rest of the game. Fast break opportunity, scooting down in the coal pits. Good dish, freed.
Nice.
Oh, fumbled the ball.
What a
Ouch.
feed. Just couldn't scoop it up.
Good
Nice
look by
position,
Michelle
nice.
Colpitts, though, to dish it off to Freed. Unfortunately, just dropped the pass a tad high, but was catchable.
Oh, what a steal.
Lizzie Thayer. Someone just lit a fire in the last minute or so under the Whalers. And I think someone just hit a home run or a double. It was a double up top. Turned the ball over.
Oh, yes.
55 seconds to go. Gino Gang getting into the action
I
here.
like to see the energy pick up like you just said.
The energy has,
Someone
the
lit
energy
a
has
fire.
picked up here in the girls lacrosse.
40 seconds left. Plenty of time for number 7 to get into the action. Oh, a big aggressive check in there by... That was Olivia Slay with an aggressive check. Are they going to...
We don't like that.
That was the full Monty on that one. Got all stick, but sometimes the Paul Bunyan at the women's level, they don't like.
This could be the last shot.
Yeah, this is big. You got, let me double check. 20 seconds to go. Olivia moving left. She's going to cut right because she's right-handed. Good look, Freed. Tough pass. It was a good look, tough pass. Lizzie, 10 seconds to go. 9, 8,
Oh,
good
a
save.
save.
Yeah, the goalie moved real nice in the crease.
Oh, wide open again was Freed. Freed gets herself in good position.
Yeah, that's the half. Well, a little bit to build on as we head into halftime because they fell
let's
asleep
see
for about a 10 or
let's see
12
what this call
minutes.
is, though. Who's
Yeah,
the
it's gonna
ball
go
going
to Falmouth because
it's going to
Nantucket
Falmouth. I
hacked
thought
me.
if it was going to Nantucket, they would have one last shot.
So they fell asleep for about 10 or 12 minutes. Somebody lit a fire. I think when Olivia went out of the game to get a little bit of a breather, that's when Falmouth sort of took control. So, Dick, as we head into halftime, your Nantucket Whalers 4 and the Jane Early show with 5 goals and a total of 7 for Falmouth.
We'll be back with second half action.